This is Paul Singh, the market speculator, with the weekly swing trade report. Let's take a look at SPY here. Now, we have a bit of a change in character from what we were looking at last week. You see, we've had this W breakout, and we were very aggressive in this move post breakout, and everything's been looking good. We've been riding this 9 moving average. And if we look at the volume pattern post breakout here, it's been really nice. A lot of green, a lot of small red, which is what we want to see. A lot of buying interest here. Now we've had a change in character. We've broke the 9. We've had this move from about 210.50 down to 206 rather quickly, gap down on Friday. And what's really concerning here is the uptick in volume. So not only that, but we're seeing a bit of a flight to safety. So when we look at the relation with different things, one of the things we can pull up is the relationship between SPY and gold. And what we've been seeing is not much of a relationship during this move, which is a good thing. But all of a sudden, as the market pulls back, gold is spiking, which it hasn't done in a while, getting to recent highs here, an uptick in volume in gold, which suggests the big guys are moving to safer positions and pulling out a SPY here, which is something to be concerned about. Now, this isn't the be-all, end-all. We're not going to just jump out of the market or get aggressively short, but we're going to watch how we handle this level this week. So this is the key going into this week. We want to see a recovery here and a move back above the 9 that would get us aggressive again, and maybe we break out over the highs in the 212 to 214 range. But if this thing continues, we test the moving averages and break below them, then we could be testing the breakout level or even the gap way down here at 185. So these are key levels we're going to watch during the week. And what I do is I use this to lighten up a little bit. So at one point I had 10 to 12 positions in here riding the streak, and now I'm down to only 4 positions. And if we pull up the spreadsheet here, you can see I've got 4 positions here open: GWPH, X, VMI, and UCO, which is oil, an earnings breakout, a steel commodity stock, which we've been playing heavily, and GWPH was a remount setup. But I used last week to start taking some profits and lightening up here. We had a big win in FCX, and if I pull up FCX here, you can see very extended here. We played this pullback hammer, but now we're getting extended, and sometimes I'll ride one of these extended moves because they can get more extended. But with the concern in the market, I decided to get out here, and I actually still am in one commodity. That would be X. And if we talk about the focus list here, now in the trade report, we're talking about a number of stocks here that we might get into. One stock for you guys to key in on would be X. Like the way it handled Friday, held the 9 moving average after a concerning day on Thursday here, where it looked like we might be ready to pull back. And now we entered right in here on Wednesday. Still in this position, but if you're looking for an entry, I like the way it's handling this level. As long as it stays up above the 9, it's a good stock. And then if we can get this breakout of 20, we could really ramp up here. The other thing I like is it's worked off the extended condition, even though it's moved from 6 to 19, so a 300% move. It has consolidated here nicely. Good volume pattern, so everything's looking good with X. So that's a stock I would consider. I would still be watching the commodity space. And then Joy here, running nicely, has not pulled back in yet, and this has been another one of our favorite commodity stocks. As long as it holds the 9 and doesn't break down, this is also a good stock to be in. And then continue to monitor earnings breakouts, and I'll go over a few that I like here. EDU broke out, has consolidated near the top of the range, and is holding the 9. If this one can break out over this 40 level or maybe even 41, we could see that next run. The other thing is it's in the education space, and we've got another earnings breakout in education, that's CPLA. So you can see how sector driven we are here, where we're focusing on commodities, and here we're focusing on education. We've had this nice run in CPLA after the earnings breakout, big volume. Now we've had a nice little push. Let's see it consolidate here and maybe give us another entry here. So 3 stocks I would be watching this week would be X, CPLA, and EDU. And go ahead and keep an eye on oil as well. We broke out of this base here, consolidating now. Again, another one where if it holds the 9, it's still a nice position here, and we could move all the way up here to 15 or 16. So 4 stocks to watch. Now, if you want more, if you want my daily watch list, my trades, trade alerts, you can go to bullsonwallstreet.com, go to swing trade alerts here. The bottom of the page, we have a monthly plan for $99 a month, a quarterly plan, which gives you a 32% discount, an amazing 50% off here if you sign up for the annual plan. Instead of $1,200 a year, it's $599. And you can go to the Swing Trade dashboard here. You got the daily report, a video that comes out, my focus list, my watch list, what I'm looking to do for that day and the week, and then the trades that we're making here. So that's it for the weekly report. I will see you next week.